Incorporating these 5 superfoods into your diet will be your weapon of choice to reverse diabetes. This is not just another list of foods for diabetics. This is something every patient should know about. Type 2 diabetes can always be managed, and in most of the cases, even reversed. I've met a lot of people with diabetes and all of them made it through okay once they've learned this secret. Hello, how are your kidneys doing? This is Catherine. Welcome to Double O Kidney. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's talk about diabetes. 1 in 3 Americans has prediabetes. 1 in 3. This is a condition with a 70% possibility of developing into diabetes. Diabetes is the main cause of chronic kidney disease and it doubles the risk of heart attack. It accelerates aging, can cause cancer, and it damages the whole cardiovascular system. It causes more than 250,000 deaths every year in the US. Diabetes medications are becoming so expensive that people are actually choosing to face the terrifying outcomes of the illness, like leg and foot amputations, nerve damage and blindness instead of buying the metformin they need. Or maybe because they cannot afford their insulin anymore. The only good news here is that our choice of foods can prevent insulin resistance and greatly reduce blood sugar levels. This means that the right diet can even reverse this terrible illness. This has been proven, and some people are already doing it. Today, I'll show you how to use these 5 superfoods to start reversing diabetes. Let's start with the list. Number 5. Fatty fish. It's probably the best food in the world for your health. Herring, salmon, mackerel, sardines, anchovies are the best sources of high-quality proteins and omega-3 fatty acids. The benefits for your health these powerhouse foods provide are outstanding, especially for diabetics. High-quality proteins will help you to feel full for a long time and will improve your metabolism. Omega-3s will reduce inflammation and cardiovascular risks, critical for diabetics. They also have properties useful for our skin, bones, eyes, and nerves. But there's more! A recent study found out that replacing carbohydrates and saturated fats with polyunsaturated fats, like those present in fatty fish, can improve blood glucose levels, insulin secretion, and actually decrease insulin resistance. This is why the American Diabetes Association recommends eating fatty fish at least 2 times per week. Number 4. Coffee. Yes, as strange as it may seem, coffee has been proven to lower the risk for type 2 diabetes and to improve insulin sensitivity. But how does it work? Coffee was once considered something bad for your health, something to avoid. Now, there are studies and evidence proving that it can actually control blood sugar levels and fight diabetes. A study shown that people who increased their coffee intake by over 1 cup per day had an 11% lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes. People who reduced their coffee intake by 1 cup per day increased their risk of developing diabetes by 17%. This study was published by the Harvard University and was conducted on over 100,000 people for about 20 years. These are pretty big numbers, proving that these findings should be considered reputable. What's still not clear is the reason behind these results. It's not caffeine, since it has shown negative short-term effects on both insulin levels and glucose levels. But there is a lot more in coffee than caffeine, and some of the compounds present in it may be changing our sensitivity towards glucose and insulin. My advice: keep drinking coffee if you already do, but do not exceed the recommended maximum caffeine intake of 400 milligrams a day, or about 4 cups of coffee. Number 3. cinnamon. Mainly used as an aromatic condiment, cinnamon is a spice obtained from the inner bark of the trees from the genus Cinnamomum. It is interesting for us because it has the remarkable ability to improve sensitivity to insulin while lowering blood sugar levels. Several studies have linked cinnamon to better blood sugar levels. It basically lowers insulin resistance. In particular, there's a study showing that the consumption of 1 to 6 grams of cinnamon for 40 days cut blood sugar levels by 24% and cholesterol by 18%. Another study proved that the consumption of cinnamon causes a significant decrease in plasma glucose levels, triglyceride levels, and LDL cholesterol. How to get the best from cinnamon? Add 1 teaspoon to main dishes and soup, or use it to make tea. Cinnamon is safe for diabetics people up to 6 grams a day. It's not recommended for people with liver damage. And while cinnamon won't reverse your type 2 diabetes alone, for sure it can help. Number 2. Beans. Beans are one of the best superfoods available to diabetics. They are also the best carbohydrate source to fight insulin spikes and manage blood sugar levels. How? Beans are not just rich in fibers and proteins, they provide a large quantity of resistant starches, molecules that can go through the digestive tract without being broken down, just like soluble fibers. When resistant starches reach the colon, the bacteria will ferment them, forming products with several health benefits. They reduce appetite, improve digestion, and protect from cancer. But most importantly, they have been shown to improve insulin sensitivity and lower blood sugar levels. Beans are also very low on the glycemic index. They should be the preferred choice of carbohydrates for diabetics. Number 1. Leafy Greens are one of the best weapons in our arsenal to fight diabetes. They are not just packed in the healthiest vitamins and minerals, including vitamins A, C, E, K, calcium, iron, and potassium. Leafy greens are also very low in calories and carbohydrates, making them ideal to keep blood sugar under control and to avoid insulin spikes. They also can make you feel full without ingesting many calories, and this can help making a low-calories diet work. Greens like collards, cabbage, spinach, kale are a must in a well-planned low-calorie diet to reverse diabetes. Why am I talking about the low-calories diet? Because they have been proven capable of reversing type 2 diabetes. There are actually several studies proving that a low-calories diet is probably the best way to reverse type 2 diabetes. In 2 studies, it took just 2 to 5 months to half of the participants to reverse their diabetes. Again, these were studies done in controlled clinical settings, and half the people who took part completely reversed their diabetes. Okay, there's a caveat. The diet the participants had to follow were most liquid, providing about 600 to 800 calories a day. This kind of diet is extreme and needs the supervision of a professional to be safe. But if there's a chance this high of reversing type 2 diabetes, it may be worth the effort. Participants of the study were able to keep their blood glucose in the normal range for the following year, adopting a less restrictive diet after completing the study. People more likely to succeed in reversing type 2 diabetes were those who had it for less time. This means that it is very important to start working on a solution immediately when diagnosed. Another thing that can really help is physical activity. A different study saw people following a less strict diet still being able to go into remission thanks to a big step up in calories burning. Participants started doing at least 10,000 steps a day and 2.5 hours of moderate physical exercise every week. This, combined with the specific medication routine, saw people being able to keep long-term normal blood sugar levels after the study was over, without any more need for medications. And if you only have prediabetes, or if you had diabetes only for a few years and never needed insulin, it will be a lot easier for you to reverse diabetes. I know that both these regimens are hard and not always suitable for everyone. The point here is that any step in the right direction can help. And I think that it is very important to let people know that there is a way out of this terrible illness. This is all for today. If you like this video, please like and share it. Thank you for watching.